Good day, grade 10 learners. Welcome to our TLE class, Cookery 10. I am Mr. Rodon B. Blasquez, your teacher in this subject. Before we will start our lesson, let's have first our prayer.
Panginoon, maraming salamat po sa ibinigay ninyong panibagong pagkakataon upang kami ay matuto. Salamat sa pagkakataong maipatuloy namin ang aming pag-aaral sa kabila ng mga pagbabagong dulot na kinakaharap naming pandemya. Gabayan ninyo kaming lahat na mag-aaral upang malinang ang aming isipan at maunawaan ng lubos ang anumang leksyon na itinuturo sa amin. Gabayan din naman ninyo ang aming mga guro na patuloy at walang sawang nagbibigay inspirasyon at gumagabay sa amin sa kabila ng kinakaharap naming pagsubok. Sa iyo ang kaluwalhatian at aming pagsamba, Panginoon naming Diyos, sa pangalan ng iyong anak, na aming tagapagligtas. Amen.
Hello again, dear learners. How are you today? I hope you are all doing well. Welcome again to our Learning Module 1 second quarter, and we are now on week 2. Prepare and present vegetable dishes. After this lesson, you are expected to, number 1, cook variety of vegetable dishes following appropriate cooking method to preserve optimum quality nutrition. Number 2, present vegetable recipes. Vegetable must be cooked as quickly as possible to avoid losses of some vitamins. Likewise, reserve the cooking water used for adding soups or making sauces. Now, here are the two categories of cooking method. Number 1, moist cooking methods. Use water, liquid, or steam to transfer heat to food. Number 2, dry heat cooking methods involve the circulation of hot air or direct contact to fat to transfer heat. There are different cooking methods. Number 1, boiling and steaming. Boiling and steaming are basic vegetable cooking techniques. Vegetable may be prepared to the following stages of doneness: blanched, parboiled, and fully cooked. Number 2, grilling and broiling techniques. It applies an intense heat that gives the vegetables its rich, bold flavor. Number 3, roasting and baking. Roasting and baking gives vegetables its deep, intense flavor because of the dry environment of the oven. Though some vegetables are cooked without added moisture, other vegetables require additional moisture at the start of the cooking. Number 4, sautéing and stir-frying are used both for high moisture vegetables like leafy vegetables, squash, and others. These techniques of cooking vegetables give a more flavorful combination of aroma, taste, and ingredients. Number 5, deep frying vegetables required butter or breading to make perfectly fried, crisp, and vegetables. Number 6, braising and stewing are cooking techniques which the vegetables are cut in large pieces and partially covered in liquid braise or in cut small pieces totally immersed in liquid stew. Now, in presenting vegetable dishes, it is very important that you know how and what are the factors in plating vegetable dishes. Number 1, good preparation and cooking techniques. Proper cutting and cooking of vegetable is very important. Number 2, professional skills, the ability to perform according to standards. Number 3, visual sense. Effective food presentation depends on the understanding of techniques involving balance, arrangement, and garniture. And these are some of the visual senses. 3.1 Balance. select foods and garnishes that are variety and contrast. This should be applied to colors, shapes, textures, and flavors. 3.2 Portion size. Match portion sizes and plates. Balance portion sizes of the items on the plate. And 3.3 Arrangement on the plate. Many chefs display their creativity in plating presentations. One important thing is to keep in mind the convenience and comfort of the dinner when plating. And now, let me show you some plating styles with vegetable dishes, and these are classic arrangement. Number 1, main item in front, vegetable starch and garnish at the rear. Number 2, main item in the center, with vegetable distributed around it. Number 3, main item in the center with neat piles of vegetables carefully arranged around. And number 4, a starch or vegetable item heaped in the center, the main item sliced and leaning up against. Here are the guidelines in plating. Number 1, keep food off the rim of the plate. Select a plate large enough to hold food without hanging off the edge. Number 2, arrange the items for the convenience of the customer. Always arrange the best side of food on plate to avoid letting the diner rearrange them before eating. Number 3, keep space between items unless they are stacked on one another. Arrange vegetables on plate that every item should be identifiable. Number 4, maintain unity. Create a center of attention and relate everything to it. Number 5, make sure every component counts. Garnishes are not added just for color, but sometimes they are needed to balance a plate by providing an additional element. Number 6, add sauce or gravy attractively on plate. Pour sauce around or under the dish or covering only a part of the dish. Always think of the sauce as part of the overall design of the plate. Number 7, keep it simple. Avoid making food too elaborate. Always remember that there is no such thing as best cooking method. Different dishes require different cooking techniques. The way you present your food is what tempts customer to try a dish. We eat with our senses, what we see, smell, and feel. There is an art in plating food. It's where you can allow yourself to be creative and have a high impact on how guests perceive the dishes they're eating. Always keep your presentation simple as possible. These are the activities that you are going to do for the week. First activity, fill in the necessary information. Cook a vegetable dish through a piece of paper with appropriate cooking method. Follow the template that is given to you. Your second activity is to present vegetable recipes. As you finish cooking your vegetable dish in the activity, it's now time to plate and present your own classic vegetable dish. You are going to draw your finished product in a piece of paper. And you will be rated with the following rubrics. Here is your third activity. Classify the following cooking method. Write M if it belongs to moist heat method. Otherwise, D if it pertains to dry heat method. Next is true or false. Write T if the statement is correct. Otherwise, write F if it's not. That ends our lesson for this week, and I hope you have learned something. See you again in our next lesson. Bye-bye.